Hello, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you smell me? Hopefully not. Hello, everyone. Hi, Megan, who I think was the first person here. Have a gold star on your nose. Just want to make sure that I'm here and stuff. Spiritually, really. Am I here? Yes? Everyone's saying hi, and no one's saying, where are you? I can't see you and stuff. So, that's good news. I'm going to tweet. Hi, Arabelle. Welcome to the show. Imagine if I did the entire show with that voice. Do you think everyone would leave? I tweeted it, didn't I? Hi, I already said hi, Arabelle. You're not getting two. You kind of just did. Hi, Mango Smiles. Do the mangoes make you smile? Hi, Mia Friedman. Tweenia. Sansky. Peachy. Leg Out. Erin. Molly. Laurel. Are you a cousin of Yanni? Sorry. I bet you got that a lot when that was happening. Welcome to the show. Hey, everyone that's coming over from Twitter. That was a mixture of hey and everyone. I just went, everyone. Hey, everyone that's coming over from Twitter. Welcome to the show. I'm back from Japan. I'm kind of sad to be back from Japan because I had the best time in Japan. But I'm happy to be chatting to you guys. It feels like it's been a little while. It's only been 2 weeks. It feels like longer than 2 weeks. Do you know, sometimes time goes really fast and sometimes time goes really slow. This Japan holiday felt like a good 2 weeks. I didn't want it to end, but it did feel like that amount of time. So, if you've missed my face, here it is. Did you get a tan? No, I didn't get a tan. It was nice weather, though. It was warmer than England, actually. It was about 20 degrees Celsius. If that's not what you use, do a little Google. Ask Siri. Siri converts that for me all the time. Hi, D&P Edits. Hi, Ainsley Grace. Any plans for holiday videos? I don't know if I'm going to do like a Christmas video, but I am making a video tomorrow. It's not about Christmas, but it's coming out in December. How was your Japan trip? Said Victoria. It was amazing. It's kind of one of those things that we did so much every day that it's hard to sum up and be like, yeah, we did this thing, because every day there was a different activity. Fully planned it out. We were like, if we're going to Japan this time, we're going to make the most of Japan. So last time we spent about 10 days in Tokyo, but this time we did Tokyo, Kyoto, Osaka, and then a bit more Tokyo again. And we traveled on the bullet train in between. The bullet train itself was really fun. I can talk about that. Why does Japan have the fastest trains out of anyone? It's like the equivalent of you going from London to Scotland in about 2 hours. Like, you're traveling 500, 600 miles, and it's going so fast. And we also indulged in the bullet train bento box tradition. So we went and got little bento boxes from Tokyo Station and then ate them on the train. And I ate them with chopsticks. Secondly, my chopsticks abilities, we made a video a while ago on the gaming channel, Chopstick Challenge, showing how terrible I am at gaming, that as well, but at chopsticking. Well, I feel like I've improved after this Japan. I picked up sushi without flinging it across the room. First time we went there with Duncan and Mime, we were trying to eat with chopsticks, and Dan's pretty good, but I fully flung a sushi across the room on about my second attempt. So this time I feel like I've learned. Is it like the thing where you... I guess if I was going to say it's like when you eat 7 olives and then you like an olive, which isn't true, by the way. If you pick up 7 things with chopsticks, maybe you can be good at it. I hope you're having a good day, said Power Dan and P. Yes, thank you. Absolutely Dabby. Hello. Wait, my chat's freezing. Come back. We're back again. Did you try any new food in Japan? Said Molly. I was a bit more adventurous with my sushi. Normally I'd just be like, oh, I'll have the tuna, I'll have the salmon. But this time I was like, I'm just going to shove whatever in my mouth. A bit of urchin, a bit of eel, a bit of snapper. Some of it was not to my palate, but I did try more of it as well. I also had some matcha and vanilla ice cream that had been swirled together. That was incredible. Should we have a background? There we go. There we go. I'm in the Northern Lights. Yeah, that was so good. Matcha's a funny thing because it's kind of a grassy, mossy taste is how I describe it. But mixed with vanilla ice cream, It was this emoji. It was great. So yeah, I'm trying to think of a highlight. All of it was a highlight. It was cool to go to Kyoto and Osaka. Kyoto had all of the best things to take photos of, like the bamboo forest and the Golden Temple and Mount Inari with all of the gates that goes up the mountain. So that was kind of like best photographs, and like it felt very Japanese. Like if you imagine Japan, you're like, oh, here's everything that I've been imagining. It was very touristy though, which was crazy. Like I did not imagine there would be so many tourists, but there was thousands of people there. And it seemed like lots of people from Japan had gone there on holiday as well. I don't know if it was like a holiday in Kyoto at the time, but it was very busy. So the the photos you might have seen on Insta stories, we were kind of like, luckily we were tall. We were just like leaning over all of the tourists to get the good pictures. But it's a funny thing actually, because tourists are a bit like ants and they'll only stick in the most touristy space. So what we did is we just went down one side street and it was completely fine and not full of people. So whenever that happened and we got swarmed, we were just like, let's go down this side street. And then there'd be a completely new street full of culture and less feeling like an ant. It looked amazing. Thanks for the Insta stories. Yeah, no worries. Thanks for coming along with me on Insta stories if you looked at some of them. Did you meet any fans? No, there's not actually that. Oh, well, yeah, I met a couple, but there's not that many, I don't think, Phil watching people compared to the UK, obviously, because everyone in Japanese speaks Japanese. They speak much better English than I speak Japanese, by the way. But there's loads of Japanese YouTubers. So it's funny, when we went out with our friends Duncan and Mime, who are YouTubers out there, they got recognized a lot. So it was me holding a camera and taking a picture of them. But there was, I think, like 3 or 4 Japanese people that recognized us, which was nice. One in Disney Sea. Shout out to you if you if you're watching. I saw you in Disney Sea. We were walking past. They were like, "Why are you in Japan? Why are you at Disneyland? What's happening?" It was one of those. I guess you don't expect to see me from the UK in Disneyland in Japan, so it was a bit of a confusing moment. I was like, I am real, I promise. Hi, Victoria and Rosalinda. Ainsley's, what souvenirs did you get from Japan? I was kind of more restrained with my shopping this time. Last time I bought the entire of Japan. This time I kind of just bought like presents for people. Did I? I brought some things. As usual, I plonked the thing down I wanted to show you. But I did get some gacha, which are those like random machines that you can win stuff. So this one was a dog that had put its face through something. So the dog had put his face through a guitar. Didn't know which one I was going to get, but I was very satisfied with that one. Oh, there's a little guide to what I could have got. These are all the different dogs that you could have won that had put their face through something. So there's a toilet seat, a toast bread, an award, the Mona Lisa, and the guitar. I'm quite happy with the guitar. So that was one. I might give that to someone as a gift. Give it to me, King, said Danae Sushi. I mean, you're called Danae Sushi, but I think I've got a friend I want to give that to. And then the other dog-related one, which you might have seen on my Twitter, was the dog bird. Of course, there was a whole gacha dedicated to dog birds, which are a genetic nightmare, but also very cute. Oh, I want a dog bird. Yeah, I kind of wanted to collect them all. They were like £2 each, so I got 2. I didn't get the sheep. Here's the dog birds. Just went a bit see-through. It's the green screen is affecting it a bit. I kind of like that Doberman, actually. That's really funny. They're very nightmarish, but also cute. So I was tempted to spend all of my money on dog birds, but I restrained myself to just get 2. I got the usual Kit Kats as well. I think that's what I was going to bring in. They had loads of different flavors of Kit Kats because Kit Kats are huge over there. And I got strawberry cheesecake. I got matcha. I think it's called brown tea. I don't know what brown tea is, but all of the Kit Kats. I don't know why the rest of the world doesn't have all of these Kit Kats, because surely they would sell well. Imagine if you went to like Tesco and they had a multi-bag of all of the different flavors of Kit Kats. It's a winner. I don't know why they're not doing it. Anyway, so that was a little bit of Japan. Happy December the 1st. It's Advent time. Is everyone feeling festive? Anyone feeling festive in the chat? Robbo, mildly. No. We've got lots of no's and lots of yeses. I'm feeling festive. We did the thing again today. Third year in the row, actually. Is it third? Second? Maybe second. No, third year where I've ordered a Christmas tree from a website that's meant to deliver the Christmas trees with someone wearing a kilt. And every time I'm like, I'm going to order this because it's the best thing. They collect the Christmas tree at the end, so there's no hassle, and recycle it. And every year I'm like, do I want this man to be in a kilt? Kind of, because that's what I've paid for. But secondly, will it be really awkward if a man in a kilt arrives at the house? So today, lo and behold, it was the time. And he wasn't in a kilt. Third year in a row. He was not in a kilt. I didn't want to be like, mate, where's your kilt? Can you go back and change and then we can talk? But I was a bit disappointed, to be honest. He did have a Santa hat on, which was festive. So I didn't want to be like complaining. Imagine complaining and be like, excuse me. I was told he would be wearing a kilt. I didn't do that. The tree is very fat. It's like, it was the same price and size as the one I got last time, but it's twice the thickness. It's a thick tree. So it's kind of taken over the lounge upstairs. Can we see the Christmas tree? No, it's got no decorations on it yet. I don't know where the hell I've put the decorations. Felt wrong saying hell in a Santa-related sentence. I don't know where they are. I've looked everywhere. I think they might have been put into storage somehow. Or they might be the IRL office. I don't know. They're somewhere, but they're not here. So I don't have a Christmas tree decorated. I've just got a plain Christmas tree, which looks really weird, actually, after a while. You're just like, there's a tree in my house, but there's no lights on it, so there's just a tree in my house. Just a tree sat there. It's kind of spooky, in a way. You need to decorate it, please. I know, I do. It feels like it's unlucky or something not to decorate it. Love your PJs, said Marnie. Yes! Look! I've got my own PJs. We've been working for so long on these. I'm so happy. Oh, I can get the official thing on the screen. Where is it? It's the danandphilshop.com. We've combined the shops. We combined them to make the festive shop. And I think this is the biggest release that we've had on Dan and Phil, or Dan or Phil, or Dan and Phil, ever. There's so much new stuff. And a lot of it is festive. I'm so excited by it. I'm so happy and proud of how it's all come together as well. Team IRL at IRL Merch have worked so hard this year to try and get all of this together. And the results I'm just so happy with. So if you want 10% off, we're still using the Black Friday code. So if you go to danandphilshop.com, you can use the code Black Friday for 10% off. We've got these pajamas, which come with bottoms as well. Quite a lot of these have sold. I think there's only large ones left, or extra large. But why not have an extra large PJ? Because I always want to wear oversized PJs. So I think it'd still be good if it's a bit too big. They have, which you didn't really see in the picture, glittery brown. So everything that's brown is glittery, which is nice. And there's a little corg sleeping and browsing. So it's the Cozy Browsing Collection. So I've got this. I've also got a Festive Candle, which we were working on the smell for so long. So many different smells. But this is, honestly, I've created my favorite Christmas candle. This is the smell that I'm always going to be burning. So I've got a few Christmas candles. And I know it's mine. It sounds like I'm just like, yeah, of course, guys, it's amazing. But it is the best smell. Or it's the best smell to me. Not just because it's my baby. I've already been burning it. It's got glitter in it as well. So I think the glitter's just at the top. But it's kind of like festive spices, but then there's a red berryness to it. So, but not too fruity. But then a sweetness, like someone's been cooking at Christmas. That's how I'd describe it. It's called Cozy Browsing. It's got the little corg on as well. So there's, I think, only a few of those left. most of those have sold. So thank you to anyone that has got a candle. If you want to grab one, now is the time. What else? I'm just going to go through. We need to see everything. I've got the socks. Dino socks. That looks like it's metallic. It's not. It's because the green screen is cutting out the green. I love these little festive dinos. They can keep your feet cozy in the winter. And then Dan... Oh, yeah. And then I've got my hot chocolate blend. Another thing that we were working on for ages. It's delicious. It's gingerbready, but it's not fully gingerbread because it's got other spices in as well. But you mix it with any milk that you want. If you're vegan, you can mix it with non-dairy and it still works. And heat it up. And it's great. And you get a free mug with that. I'm so excited by all of this, said Alex. The PJs and chocolate are gifts to me, said Wendy. Oh, I hope you enjoy them. Thanks, Wendy. And then Dan, thought I'd talk about his as well. I love his socks. They're sports socks, so they're like really high quality. And there's one that says LMAO, one that's like A, and then the other one says ugh and FML. So you can combine, though you get both. So you can combine those in any way that you want. And then I'm obsessed with his jumper, which is this. It's reversible. So watch this. Are you ready? Ah. Did you see? Ah. Yeah, so you can just keep unreversing and reversing. That's really fun. I have been stealing this a lot when I'm not wearing my own pajamas. And then he's got a scarf. Again, to keep you cozy. A Don't Talk to Me scarf. Which is nice and long. I like a good long scarf because you can do lots of this. So this has been a highlight for the winter. And then, speaking of that, being warm, he's got the gigantic blanket, Embrace the Void, which comes in weighted, which I've never tried a weighted blanket before, but it's amazing. It fully relaxes you. So I've been just lying with a weighted blanket on me, and then a non-weighted one if you don't want to be weighted, I guess. So all of this and more, that's not even all of it, is on danandphilshop.com at the moment, or if you're in America, us.danandphilshop.com, and you can enter the code Black Friday to get 10% off. Is it limited edition, said Dinovav? Yeah, I think most of it is just one run, so once it's gone, it's gone. Some things, I don't know, some things might come back, but I think generally, especially the festive stuff, is like, that's it. I'm so excited. I ordered. Yes, thanks to everyone. What we can do, actually, is I've got this thing, which I was really excited by. You don't actually have to place in order to do this. It's just fun. So if everyone goes to danandphilshop.com right now, I can see a map, and it will light up with where you all are. Let me just see if I can do this. Oh, the map. Yes, it's lighting up. Hey to everyone that's appearing. Wow, there's loads of people in the UK. You can't see much of the US. Can I zoom out a bit? There you are. There's everyone in the US. It's like we're all in one photo together. It's like we're looking at the same moon. This is really cool. Wait, let's zoom in a bit more. There's the whole world. Wait, I'll move my head out of the way. Look at you all. I can see myself. We're all a family, said Louise. I see myself in Prague. I can see me, said Anomaly. Oh, there's me in Minnesota. Hello, Ordinary Potato in Minnesota. This is so cool. I only figured you can do this on the shop the other day, and I kind of just stared at it for like an hour, just watching everyone appear and disappear. I can see myself up north. There's me in Mexico, said Maria. Tennessee. I'm in Middlesbrough. Hungary, said Bermuda. I'm in Switzerland, said Communen. Paulina can see themselves in Moscow. Ah! We should all get a picture together. I feel like I'm covering everyone up, though. Wait, I should get into the sea. Wait. I can't figure it out. Yeah, so that's cool. So if you ever go on our shop, just know I'm probably just creepily watching you from the corner. That worked better than I thought it would. Wow, guys, I did something right. That was so cool, said Cassandra. We were all together as one family. Ah. So that was cool. Wait, where can we go back on? Here. Yeah, there we go. We're back. I'm going to close that because it's slowing down my laptop. Stop it. And we're back. That was the best thing I've ever seen. Thanks, wasn't it? Let's have a look at the top fans. Who have we got here now? We've got Josh. We've got Quiff. We've got Addie's here. We've got Neve. We've got Taylor. We've got McKay. Can we get Norman Cam? Said Ro. Yes, we can. Let's see what Norm's up to. He's been suspiciously still. He keeps freezing. Let's see if he does it. Yep. He just keeps like freezing in the same place. I think he's really interested in the new shrimp. He's looking so healthy now. Oh, where's he off? Come back! Norm! That was your moment to shine. He looks so snazzy. Norman said blue right, said Alex. He does. People were asking me on Instagram because I posted an Insta story and he wasn't moving in it. So it looked like he was just a PNG or a GIF or some kind of sticker. And they thought he'd died while I was in Japan. No, he's fully real. The second thing some people on Twitter noticed was that his markings are different. So there was a conspiracy. Someone tweeted me saying, is that the real Norman? Or was it a YouTube comment? I don't know. They said it somewhere. And yes, basically with a better fish, if they are happy and healthy, they can change colors slowly over time. So the whiteness that you might have seen around his eyes and around his face, that all cleared up because he's healthier now and happier. And also his fins have got a lot more blue. And the more bright and saturated the colors are, the happier the little fishy. So much so he was making a bubble nest because he wanted to... He's better now. Oh, DJH Quiff. That was a terrible drum roll noise, but you know what I mean. The other exciting news that you might have seen on Instagram stories is that not only is Norman thriving, but he now has 8 new friends because one of the shrimps gave birth and they've grown so fast. Let's have a look at Shrimp Cam. There's one of the main shrimp. Wow, it's like a jump. Stay back. It's like a jump scare. Oh, there's orange shrimp chilling on a piece of grass. One at the back, do you see that? These are the babies. Look how big they are. They're having a meeting. And another big lad there. Having a munch. And then there's one in the floating log as well. Hello. I've got to thinking, if they've bred this much now there's 8 more. Does that mean they're going to breed 8-fold and it's just going to be a a shrimp fest? Probably, said Rachel. Yes. There's so many shrimps. How big is the tank, said Haley? It's 48 litres, I think? Or gallons? No, not gallons. Litres. It's a big tank. Betters need a lot more tank than you would think. Have you watched The Mandalorian yet, said Sublime Howl? No, because Disney Plus isn't in the UK. And I'm seeing all these Baby Yoda memes, and I can't watch the show. Apparently it's not going to come to the UK till March 2020. What's going on? Why can't they just release it now? Surely it would have been the best business idea just to be like, everybody have it. Come subscribe now while we're all talking about it. I don't know. I'm not Mr. Disney, so obviously something's going on. Yeah. You have to subscribe and stuff, so I can't just, like, watch it. I feel bad for you. Yeah, I know. I really want to see it. I want to be in on the Yoda memes. What, like, in April, I'm going to be like, Baby Yoda, am I right? And everyone's going to be saying, Phil, the meme is dead. Or maybe Baby Yoda dies, and you'll be like, Phil, Baby Yoda is dead. So, I don't know. Elise said, what was your favorite thing about the Japan trip? There was so much that was good about the Japan trip. I loved seeing Mount Inari, which was the place with all of the red gates. You might have seen some Instagrams there. But I did not know it was a mountain. I thought it was just a little trail. And you may know me and exercise don't really go hand in hand. So I thought this mountain was a trail. And we arrived at about 3 p.m. And we were like, well, maybe 4 p.m. We were like, yeah, we're just going to walk, have a little wander. We'd already walked like 15,000 steps that day. It was a whole day. We'd been to a monkey park, which was at the top of a mountain. So we'd already climbed a mountain to see some monkeys. And this was like the end of the day. Feet were hurting. I was like, okay, we'll just see this. It's a thing. It's a thing you've got to see. And we got there, and there was some steps. It was like, okay, that's some steps. I can do a few steps. There was only 12,000 steps to the top of the mountain. 12,000 steps. No one told me this. The signs didn't say this. They were just like, come in. This will be nice. We can see some things. Not, you're going to be climbing 12,000 steps. And I at first was like, this is great. Then it got dark. And I was thinking, it's dark. There's a lot less tourists now. And I cannot see the top of this mountain. It was just continuing. And it was just continuing. There was more steps. There was more steps. My legs were killing. Like, my thigh muscles are now 3 times bigger. I've just got the biggest thighs ever because I had such a workout walking up that mountain. Anyway, we got like 2 hours, an hour and a half of climbing steps. An hour and a half doesn't seem that long, but when you're climbing steps, it is long. And I had a bit of a strop and sat on the floor, and I was like, I can't do any more. I can't walk up any more steps. But Dan was like, come on, we're never going to come back here. We need to get to the top. Every other tourist is going to the top. And I was stressed. But then I turned to my right and there was a vending machine. It was like sent from heaven and filled with delicious sugary drinks. So I got myself a sugary drink. I turned around and saw another sign that said 40 minutes to the summit. And the sign was pointing at a staircase that was like this. And I was just thinking, if there's 40 more minutes of stairs like this, I am going to throw myself off the mountain. So I drank my Pocari Sweat, which is a funnily named drink. I think it's like a sports drink. And I was like, okay, fine. The sign was a lie. There was only about 2 more flights of steps and we were at the top of the mountain. It was a troll. The whole thing was a troll. So I had that like zazzed up ready to get to the top, and I was like on the top before I knew it. We saw some, anyway, sorry, at the top the view was incredible. That's what I wanted to talk about. The view, you could see the whole of Kyoto. It was amazing, so it was worth climbing the mountain. But then we started walking down and we saw these British people who had also given up. They were doing the fill strop of 20 minutes ago. So we said, don't worry, it's only 2 more flights of stairs and you're at the top. And then this guy just went, thank F for that, so loudly. And everyone was having this like nice Zen Japanese time. And then the British guy just swears at the top of his voice. I was like, of course it's the British guy. Yeah, the Brits, said Dora. It's funny when you're in Japan, you're like in this nice bubble of not understanding what anyone's saying, which is kind of relaxing. But then you hear a British or an American or an Australian talking on a tube or like in a restaurant, and you're like, no, you're interrupting my immersion. But then I realized that's what I sound like, so I'm doing the same thing. That's so British, swearing at the top of your voice. I know. Very. R.I.P. me in Australian. I just meant anyone that I can understand, really. So Mount Inari, that was great. The monkey park was great. Again, they don't warn you, it's up a mountain. But the monkeys are quite scary. I thought they'd be cute and relaxing monkeys, but no. There's signs that they're wild. It's not a zoo, by the way. They're just like wild and they live on this mountain. But there's signs that say, do not look a monkey in the eye. Do not take a photo of a monkey. You can take a photo, but do not point your camera in a monkey's face. You can only take it like a candid photo, that you can't pose for a photo. The monkeys may hurt you. The monkeys may scratch you. The monkeys may bite you. You may die. So it's like a whole, like, okay, I'm on edge. I'm enjoying these monkeys, but they could eat my face. Evil monkeys, said Sophie. I mean, wild monkeys, they were more having drama with each other, actually, rather than with me. There was so much monkey drama happening. It was fascinating. I would recommend going there just to watch the monkey drama. Because I was sat on a bench and they were having fights. They were jumping on roofs. They'd have a fight and then they'd both cry. Like, it was a reality TV show or something. They'd have a big fight and then they'd both like cry and run off into the corner. There was lots of baby monkeys as well, so that was cute. I loved the baby monkeys. How about the deers, said Bianca. Narrow Park. They have bowing deers. I've always wanted to go to this park where the deers bow for you, and it did not disappoint. It was amazing. They were so cute. Again, they were a bit scary. I got bitten on the ass like 3 times from a deer, because if they detect weakness, which I guess I, what's the word? Generate the vibe of being weak. They fully were biting my butt. Radiate. I radiate weakness. Exude. Oh, look at you. Thesaurus is in the chat. How did you escape the deer, said Mar. I had to run. I'm surprised I didn't turn on the plane and just see one sat next to me. They were very persistent. And when you ran out of crackers, they didn't care. They wanted more crackers. So I had to like buy more just so that they'd leave me alone. Hi to the Blair Cult group chat. Have you put up the Xmas tree? There is a non-decorated Xmas tree. Merry Christmas, said Roxanne. I mean, we can talk about Christmas now. It's so great. I'm so excited. Did you watch the new Queer Eye? I watched Queer Eye Japan on the plane to Japan, which was such a bad idea because it's the first 2, especially the first one, is so emotional. The woman is so cute. And it's just so sad, but then it's so nice. I was crying. I mean, Altitude makes you cry, but this episode was just full destruction. It was full destruction. Yes, Queer Eye. I haven't actually watched most of season 3 or 4, but this Japan one, it felt really refreshing. It just felt like not the same thing again. It was really nice. So I'd recommend that if you fell off the Queer Eye train like I did a bit. The second episode was great as well. I loved that guy. He was so nice. I want to be his friend. Have you opened your advent calendar, said Zoe. Yes, I brought it to show you because it's quite intense. I chose a Kinder advent calendar this year. This looks like a spawn. It's not a spawn. I just chose it. And it is amazing. I love Kinder chocolate. This is a bit disturbing, though. What's going on? First of all, they're using a camera from the 1900s. The squirrel is making out with the camera. So this photo is not going to be in any of these guys. It's just going to be a horrifying jump scare of the squirrel's face because it's shoving its face in the lens. Then, why aren't these 2 allowed in the house? They're like, oh, I wish I could be in the photo with Santa, but no, we've been banished to the snow. So they're like fully left out. And then over here, what are these 2 getting up to? There's a bear and a squirrel having some kind of cozy loving on the rail. So overall, it's quite a bizarre picture. The chocolate is amazing, obviously, Kinder. It comes with Kinder Country. Like, what the hell is a Kinder Country? I haven't got that one yet. I've got a Kinder Normal. And there's also a Kinder Schokolade. Half Figuren. This was imported, I think, from Germany because it's all in German. Anyway, what I wanted to show you is the door is the biggest disappointment. Kinder, up your game. Because, okay, I folded it in on itself. There was no picture on the inside of the door or inside the door, like on the back of the card. What is an advent calendar if you don't get a picture? I was so sad. Not even a penguin. Disappointing, said Haley. I mean, I would get a refund, but the chocolate is so good. And it feels wrong. But, you know, you want to open it and be like, what am I going to get today? Is it a polar bear? Is it Santa? And the chocolate is not shaped like a snowflake. It's just like a Kinder in a plastic wrapper. So again, I want to eat the face of Santa. I want to eat the nose of Rudolph. I don't just want to eat a chocolate bar, you know? So overall, I'm going to give it 3 stars out of 5. Phil, this review is making me wheeze. Is that in a good way or a bad way? I don't know. 3 stars out of 5. That's what it gets. Should we do a bit of the news story of the week? News story of the week. A dog has been born with a tail on its face. I haven't, again, loaded the news article, so that's about as much as I know. There's a dog, I think it's in America, and it was born with a tail on its face. What? Isn't that amazing? People are calling it the unicorn dog because it looks a bit like a unicorn. I would go more down the line of a tail on its face. We've got some facts. The first fact, I remember, is that the tail doesn't wag, which is a shame because that would add to the value of having a tail on your face, but it might get annoying. It might go in your eyes. This is a narwhal. It's a fluffy narwhal. I know. I would die for him, said Ashley. Same. I want to adopt this dog. The second fact is they took the owner that found him on the street. Why is this dog on the street with a tail on its face? I think this is the reincarnation of God, and it has something to say to us. The dog with the tail on its face was taken to the vet, and they x-rayed the tail and found out that the tail poses no harm to the dog, so it can just keep her tail on its face. The tail doesn't wag, but it does seem like it is a tail. And that's the news story of the week. I mean, it's probably my favourite news story of the week, to be honest. Wholesome, cute, and the dog's going to get adopted. And it could have a huge following on Instagram. I would follow the dog with a tail on its face Instagram. It could be a dogfluencer. This was the best story ever. I needed that. Thanks. I needed it too. Unidog. This is peak wholesome content, said Aurora. I know. Usually with the news story of the week, I'd be like, and what do you think about this? Would you have a tail on your face? But this time I decided to go down a different route because I was doing my Christmas shopping today and I wasn't shopping for dogs with tails on their faces. I was trying to buy for my family, which I was finding weirdly hard. And it made me think of the normal question, which is, what's the weirdest or worst thing anyone's bought you? But then I thought, have you ever been the bad gifter? Have you ever gifted something terrible? So I asked you on my YouTube community, my little cactus friends, I asked you, what is the worst gift you've ever given to someone? Either knowingly or unknowingly. The first one came from Lane, who said, 1 year for Christmas, I got my mum a phone case with a fidget spinner attached to it. Was that in the fidget spinner time when everyone was just buying fidget spinners? So you'd get like a TV and it just had a fidget spinner on it. Caden said, haha, I would want that. I might want that. In the fidget spinner year, that would be the best gift. The next one comes from Jenny. I gave my friend a heart-shaped picture frame with a picture of the class, but I photoshopped her crush's head onto everyone's body but hers. So it looked like 15 of her crush and her. Only I surprised her with it by putting it in the living room, and she had a party that day, and everyone, including the crush, saw it. That was a journey, and that is mortifying. I hope you took the blame and was like, oh, it was me being random. Otherwise, that is a big yikes. Irene says, oh God. Oh no. Do we need to look at the puppy again? Oh, okay. The stress is going. That's brutal. I agree, Polaris. Your computer will restart. No, it will not. If I disappear, it's because my computer is just restarting without asking. Next one comes from Jennifer. I am the person who gave my husband not 1 but 2 toilet seats for Christmas. I mean that's pretty great. Just because it's so bad it's good. Why? 2, I guess they've got 2 toilets that needed the seats replacing. I mean, they're married. They need their toilets to be good. I have questions, said Brazen. I mean, so have I. Have you seen those toilet seats that have got like a fish tank in them? I feel like toilet seats could be more exciting, and we're letting the side down by having white toilet seats everywhere. So maybe they were fun ones. The only no is a carpeted toilet seat, which some grandmas have, because that's nasty. The next one comes from Livy, who that was weird. Sorry, who said, "I got my dad Little Mix tickets when I was younger, so I would have someone to go with." Oh, I bet your dad loved Little Mix. I'm sure it is a great gift. People have carpeted toilet seats. Yeah, Abby, you don't even want to know. It's gross. It's a thing that was in the 70s, and one of my grandma's friends had one, and I was just like, no, absolutely not. That's cute. I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's nice. It's father Livy bonding. My grandma has one, and I hate it. Now we're talking about toilet seats again. Right, let's look at this dog and not get off track. Next one and final one comes from Nora. The best present and worst present I bought someone is a life-size cardboard cutout of you, Phil. Why? No. It's placed right outside our bathroom door, so when you exit, you get jump scared. It works with guests every time. I tweeted you a picture. That is horrifying. You topped it off with the llama hat as well. I mean, I can't talk. I had a Sarah Michelle Gellar Buffy the Vampire Slayer cardboard cutout in my old house, which I carried back from Manchester and sat on a bus seat next to me. So I've been there. That picture of me, though, I wish whoever made these cutouts didn't use that photo. It's not the best. I'm doing an awkward hand thing. I'm wearing a suit that's slightly too small. It was a time. It was a fashion choice. It's great. An icon. That is it. I just can't believe that's in your house, and in other people's houses probably. It could be worse. I know there are definitely worse photos of me. Did you see my merch photo shoot photo? The first one I got. I looked like I've been possessed by Satan. It was terrible. Hi to the Queso Cremedo group chat. Oh, that's the end of that chat. I wanted to ask you guys, though, in this chat, like, what have you gifted someone that's terrible? Let me know. An old cap from Brent. Just an old... Do you just find a cap on the floor and give it to your brother or something? Sarah made her grandma a really bad wire sculpture that said love. That's sweet. See, homemade gifts, I think, are always going to be sweet. Isa got a spaghetti strainer. Who do you hate and why? Why do you need to strain spaghetti? I don't know. I don't strain spaghetti. Am I doing it wrong? Layla got their friend a bottle of Pepsi. Now, that's just, like, low. You might have all just said, I hate you. I failed attempt at an origami rose, said Tuna Sandwich. An expired chocolate bar, said Jasmine. That's one of those things where, especially in my family, loads of people would get boxes of chocolates and then they just give it to someone else, and then they give it to someone else, and then they give it to someone else. So you'd end up with chocolates from like 1996 that had just been re-gifted every Christmas. When you boil the noodles. Oh, I just put it in a sieve and pour boiling water on it. Is that the same thing, a sieve? Maybe it is a strainer. Put it in the sieve. Someone got their Donald Trump toilet paper. That's quite funny. You don't boil your pasta. I don't know what you're talking about. What? No, I do. Look, when I make spaghetti, I get the hard spaghetti. I rinse it to get the sand off. Then I put the water in the pan. I boil the spaghetti for like 8 minutes until it's al dente. Then I put it in a sieve and pour hot water over it and then serve. What am I doing wrong? Are Italians like, what's wrong with you? You know, like the sand. What's it called? I don't know, the spaghetti dust. Sand. What is wrong with you? I don't know. I'm still jet lagged. Rinse? Right, okay. Obviously don't know how to make spaghetti properly, but it tastes nice. And I've made spaghetti bolognese for my family, and they've all said it was lovely. So leave me alone. Look. The dog. There we go. I'm absolved from all sins. The tailed dog face wouldn't judge my spaghetti making. I'll say that much. This Italian is crying, said Spontaneous Artist. It would hate your spaghetti. Rinsing. I don't know. I always rinse it. I rinse rice as well. Is anything wrong with that? Jesus. Okay. Let's build up the props chest. Keep sending the thumbs up in. Not with soap. Just with a bit of water, because it's got this all starchy. DNP Go, tell us about Japan. You need to go back to this live stream and watch, because I talked a lot about Japan. Who else we got? I'm just going to collect. Everyone's from the start again, sorry. Katie says, happy you're coming to VidCon London. Oh, I'm happy to see you there. I'm hyped. It's going to be a VidCon where I'm not jet lagged. I'm going to be in the right time zone. It's just up the road. What do you want for Christmas, said Blanche. That's a good question. What do I want for Christmas? Probably more Kinder chocolate. I've put myself in the mood for that. Lots of people asking about the Japan holiday. Best part. Like I said, Mountanari. Also went to a plastic food shop. Do you know where they make all the plastic food for the the restaurants? I got a plastic apple keychain that looks so real. Look at that. It's even got like the brownness that looks like it's been out on the side for a little while. I got a few plastic foods for some friends. Yeah, they make the most realistic plastic food. It was crazy. Talk about the Gay Chester podcast. Oh yeah, Chloe. Yeah, I did a podcast. It's on my Twitter. I did it with the BBC, and it is about the AKT Foundation. AKT? ATK? I just freaked myself out. I was like, I need to say this right now. Do you know when your brain's like, say the right name? The Albert Kennedy Trust. Yes, not the ATK. The AKT. I did it for a podcast series called Gay Chester, which is all about different gay Manchester-related things. Like one's about Canal Street with Nick Grimshaw, and this is about the Albert Kennedy charity, which is about a lovely lady who gave up her house for gay people that had either been kicked out at home or didn't have a place to stay. So you should have a listen. It was fun to do. It was some nice radio vibes. It reminded me of doing a radio show in a way. I loved it, said TTN. Oh, great. That's so nice. Yeah, there's a link on my Twitter, or you can just search Gay Chester BBC Sounds, and you'll be able to have a listen. Do you like possums, said Sushi. Yes. I love a possum. I love the possum meme. It was informative, and I loved it. Thanks, Layla. An amazing podcast. Thanks. So I am going to go. I think I'm going to have some pizza tonight. I'm not going to rinse it under the tap, because apparently that is bad. I don't know if it'll be Domino's. I still haven't forgiven them for getting rid of the Sizzler. Thanks for coming to the live show. It's been fun. Shout out to the Dandelions. Shout out to Zoe. Shout out to Brooklyn. I did get lots of things in Japan. Probably this is one of my faves. Shout out to Mel, Holland, and Neve, who got some of the new merch. Remember, danandphilshop.com. Use the code Black Friday, and you can grab yourself some merch. Thanks for coming to my show. I'll see you next week. I'll be here, same time, Sunday, 8 o'clock. I think we'll end looking into the eyes of this dog, because inevitably I'm going to press end and I won't be able to leave for like 2 seconds. So here we go. Bye, guys. Should I just awkwardly wave until it works?